Yes, lads, what is going on? And welcome back to the Running Irishman, Season 3, Episode 3. It is Sunday's episode. Well, it's for you, it's going out on Monday, but it's usually what we do on Sunday's episode. I'll get a little bit more into that now in a minute. But as I said, yeah, welcome to the Running Irishman. As you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube, the webcam situation has not yet been fixed. I have ordered one. It is gonna be here on February the 5th, so that means it will be. This will be there'll be next week. Next week I want to have a webcam, and the week after I will. I know for next Thursday's episode, basically only for next Sunday's episode is it gonna really be a problem. So yeah, sorry if that, kind of turns some of you guys off, or kind of affects maybe your experience watching the episode of the podcast, but we have to work with what we got at the moment, and just keep moving forward in that sense. Going back to this episode going out late, I apologise for that. Basically, actually on Sunday, so today, the day of recording this is Sunday, but it's too late to actually post it. So I stayed up from all of Saturday, and then I stayed up. So I basically stayed up all Saturday and then all Sunday up until 8 in the morning, and then I went out for my run. And I was just knackered for the rest of the day. So the rest of the day, the reason I stayed up was for the Conor McGregor fight. I stayed up for like a round and a half, which was a bit disappointing. Anyway, not the best display from him ever, to be fair. But look, it was a good bit of crack with my mates. I was absolutely knackered. It's currently Sunday night. So basically the night of the fight. Or the night of the fight, when the fight was in the morning. You know what I'm trying to say. And I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna make this episode. See what a few of my mates are doing, and probably just hit the hay nice and early for online school in the morning. So yeah, real quick, sorry about this episode going out late. That is pretty much all we have to talk about for today's episode, until we just jump into what I done this week for training. We're finally back comparing the weeks. We haven't done that in a few weeks now. So that's always good. And let's just get into it. So jumping into Monday. Monday was 9 degrees Celsius with 93% humidity. So actually a little bit on the warmer side for the time of the year as it is the moment. We had a 45-minute run. I done 8.45k at 5 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer, or 5.25 miles at 8 minutes 49 seconds per mile. I done that with my mate. Went nice and slow. It was one midweek run, or the start of the week run. Nice and slow, and nothing too crazy there. I actually can't compare that to last Monday. Main reason because I didn't run last Monday, so we're gonna have to just skip over that nice and swiftly and move on to Tuesday. So Tuesday's weather was 7 degrees Celsius at 87% humidity, and once again on the little bit of warmer side. We had a session on Tuesday, so it was minute on, minute off for 30 minutes, so that's 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. We done 6.65k in 4 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer, or 4.13 miles at 7 minutes 16 seconds per mile. Decent session, as I always say with this kind of session, like a fartlek session. Basically the splits, or the times per kilometer, the times per mile would be a lot faster. It's just on the easy part of the session. Not only do I go really easy, but the watch also picks that up, so that reduces the average, time per kilometer, time per mile. So it's all about getting the work done at the end of the day, and no matter what the times say. So happy with that. Moving on, we actually can't compare Tuesday either, because they were two completely different sessions. I think we can only really compare Wednesday, Thursday and Sunday this week, from these 2 weeks, which I don't know, it was a little bit disappointing maybe. Moving on to Wednesday this week anyway, was 8 degrees Celsius at 84% humidity. We done 45 minutes again, or I done 45 minutes. 9.61k at 5 minutes 4 seconds per kilometre. Or 5.97 miles at 8 minutes and 9 seconds per mile. Good run, felt okay. It kind of just felt like one of those runs. I don't know if you any of you ever have it, where it's kind of just like you're going fast and you try to go slow, but you still kind of feel bad when you're going slow, so you just end up going fast again. And it's just a weird one. You kind of just feel weird on the run. So basically, yeah, that's what Wednesday was like. Decently fast run. I'm happy with it. Just wish I felt a little bit better. But anyway, last Wednesday it was a 50-minute run. We done 9k at 5 minutes 47 seconds per kilometer, or 5.59 miles at 9 minutes 18 seconds per mile. So this week in a 45-minute run, we done faster than last week in a 50-minute run, and even more distance. So that's always good to see. Moving on to this Thursday. This Thursday was 6 degrees Celsius at 89% humidity. 50-minute run, so we done 9.06k at 5:44 per kilometre, or that's equivalent to 5.63 miles at 9 minutes 13 seconds per mile. Went really slow, legs felt quite bad on Thursday. Not a great run overall. Comparing that to last Thursday with a 50-minute run, we done 9.82k at 5:09 per kilometre, or 6.10 miles at 8 minutes 18 seconds per mile. So quite significant difference there. I didn't feel great last Thursday either, but I ended up just going a little bit faster and a little bit longer. So sure, look, that's the way it is. As I said, decent Thursday run last week, but not so great this week. Moving on to Friday. Friday's obviously a rest day. Kind of just chilled out, played with my mates, played games with my mates that day. Didn't do anything too crazy. Moving on to Saturday. So yesterday, or 2 days ago by the time this episode goes up, I done actually a speed session. First speed session in a while. Wasn't really in a mood for a session on Saturday. I kind of done it a little bit later in the day, so I kind of wanted to do something that would still have me hurting, but would kind of be over a little bit quickly. So I decided to do 250s. Well, actually, I went out to do 200s, and I just ended up, the watch clocked 250s for all the reps. So I suppose I just, ended up doing 10 by 250s. It was kind of uphill. There was little bits of uphill in it. There wasn't really any downhill. It was either uphill or flat. It wasn't significant uphill, but it definitely, you could definitely feel it in the closing stages of each rep when the lactic acid was really kicking in. And it was also really muddy. It was it was a cross country, well, it wasn't cross country course, but it was on the grass and it was really muddy. For the conditions, I got to pretty respectable times, I think. So, there's 10 reps, so you're going to have to keep up with me here. So, the first one was 42. Second one was 4. So, this is obviously in seconds. So, 42 seconds for the first rep. 40 seconds for the second rep. 38 seconds for the third rep. 38 seconds for the fourth rep. 39 seconds for the fifth rep. 39 seconds for the sixth rep. 38 seconds for the seventh rep. 39 seconds for the eighth rep. 40 seconds for the 9th rep, and 40 seconds for the 10th rep. That was a bit of a mouthful, but a good, tough session. I haven't done speed in a while now, so it was good to kind of feel the real lactic acid in the burn in the legs. Happy with that session, and good to get a bit of speed generating back into the legs. Moving on to today, or yesterday, sorry for you anyway. Sunday was 0 degrees Celsius and 90% humidity. Definitely the coldest day of the week, and definitely quite a cold day overall. 75 minutes, I done 13.40k at 5 minutes 41 seconds per kilometre, or 8.10 miles and 9 minutes 10 seconds per mile. And this is actually exactly the same as last week. And this is the first time I think this has ever happened. So last Sunday was 75 minutes again. Actually, I done 80 minutes last Sunday. So I done 80 minutes last Sunday. So I actually done further in less time this Sunday. So it was 13.40 8.40k and 8.10 miles last Sunday as well. So that's kind of cool. That really hasn't happened before. So yeah, decent run, decent week of training overall. We had actually some quite high mileage this week with 49.67k or 30.86 miles. Comparing that to last week, which was 42.99k or 51.49 if I'd run on Monday, or 26.71 miles. So the mileage is actually not significantly increasing, but slightly going up each week. Like some weeks I'd only be doing about 38 to maybe 40k or mid 40s. We're now in the high 40s, low 50s. The times really for the runs aren't changing. What I mean is, like, I'm still doing 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 75 minutes, and my sessions. I feel like I'm just getting stronger and going a little bit faster and a little bit further then on each run, which is always good to see. You never know, we might actually end up just increasing the run slightly. We'll have to see how, like, the body adapts to that. Maybe just, for now, while we're not training and no races are coming up, build a little bit of a base. So we might test that out soon enough and see how that works out. Question of the week this week, before we wrap this episode up. Not a long episode whatsoever, as I said last week. Actually, I'm gonna try do what my mate not asked me to do, or gave me the idea to do, was to kind of do a Sunday vlog. So kind of vlog the day, vlog the run, and then implement the podcast into the session, just talking briefly about the week of training. If you guys want to see that, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on, and to make sure to be kept up to date in case something like that does go live, because I feel like these Sunday episodes don't get a ton of recognition. So we might have to implement something like that into the podcast or into the channel. And the question of the week this week is, how am I feeling, or kind of adjusting to not being training with the team again, and for kind of a significant period of time. Actually, my coach texted into the group chat yesterday, the day before, basically saying that we probably won't be back training as a full team in March, and that's like March at the earliest. So, that's a long way away. That's over a month's way to go of more training, which obviously is not ideal. These runs on my own can be quite tough to get out the door to do, and especially the 75-minute runs, and especially today, which was a one-off, where I was staying up late and whatnot to watch a fight. But it is still tough to do on my own. I don't feel like I'm getting the full benefit and feeling the full brunt of the sessions. Even though I might be hurting the same, I'm not running as fast as I would if we were as a team. So it's a little bit disappointing, and it's we just have to suck it up. Obviously, I'm most likely not going to take a break until we get back to training. That's not saying when I get back to training I'll take a break, but I'm probably going to just do what I done last quarantine and just keep training through, and getting the miles and the sessions and the speed work in, while maybe some other people may not be. I remember last lockdown, I suppose last year when we were in the first lockdown, and basically we went back to training then after that, and some lads on the team hadn't been running, which is 100% okay if you want to take a break, and if there's no races coming up, like, obviously do take a break. But I obviously kept training, and I was very compared to the lads then, I was quite fit, but obviously they caught back up, and we were all running well. Then when everybody caught back up, but you never know, it might be the same then when we get back to the team. But as I said, I'm gutted that I can't be with the team for over a month now. God knows, maybe even longer than that. But as I said, just gonna suck it up, keep training. 99% chance that I will not be taking a break until I get back with the team, and then getting the real hard stuff done. We might just only be doing like a few runs, the first few weeks we get back, maybe the first week or two when we get back with the team, so that'll be handy enough. And then really knuckling down, see maybe where track season might lead us, because we'll be heavy on the track stuff then, which is, it's going to be quite exciting, even though track isn't, my greatest friend, you could say. It'll be exciting to see what maybe some races or time trials, you never know, we might have planned for track season like we done last year. Maybe we could do like a club, implement some more of those club races in. They were really good fun. I really enjoyed them. As I keep mentioning, just hopefully get back as soon as possible to get the good quality tough training in with the team. But until then, I'm just gonna keep taking off the weeks, taking off the sessions, keep taking off the runs, taking off the mileage, building that base until we get back into tough training. I feel like the base I'm building now is a good one. It's implementing time on the feet with the long runs and recovery, obviously, and then tough, building up that aerobic and anaerobic engine with the longer but faster stuff, and then the shorter and faster again stuff. So as I said, just gonna try get back with the team as fit as I can and see where that leads us from there. So guys, I know this was a short episode of the podcast, but I'd really appreciate if you could get down, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, hit that like button to be notified when, or hit the notification bell to be notified when any other future episodes of the podcast go live. If you listen to the podcast, head over to the Running Irishman.official on Instagram. Give me a follow over there to be notified when future episodes of the podcast go live over on any podcast app. There's also patreon.com/Running Irishman to help promote or support the podcast and the YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. As I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Thanks for the support on the few latest episodes with the guests. I really do appreciate it, and you guys seem to really do enjoy those episodes. I hope you all enjoyed this episode in particular, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.